Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. We closed out of this day trade earlier today. I took this around market open, so as you can see, it was about, like 950 when I actually entered these contracts. So UPS had a pretty crazy day today. Their earnings were reported, and this was a big one of the biggest ones from this week. So a lot of anticipation going on into this one. They actually missed on earnings, as you guys can see, which caused that massive move down. So let's take a look at this on a larger time frame real quick to kind of see what's going on. So this is a position we were in on shares. It's been in a downtrend for a while. We bought shares off this break to the upside in this long zone we had been watching for a while. However, it did have this massive gap not too long, actually very shortly after we exited those shares, which is a very pleasant surprise because now I'm actually buying these UPS shares back at a much cheaper price. I'm buying them for about I don't know, maybe 13-14% discount from what they were just last week. So pretty crazy. Big moves happening in the market. Let's go over the day trade we took. So this was one that was very different to most. You'll notice we didn't make a whole lot in terms of just the risk to reward because this was only a 2.44 to 1 risk to reward ratio. However, keep in mind the big thing about this trade is that we're not just trading like 0.3% of a move. This is going all the way from, well, all the way down. Here's at $127, and then at the peak it went to $129. So those are big moves only because of earnings, right? We wouldn't see this normally. It's not something you could normally trade, which means you make a whole lot of money on those contracts as it goes up. Now, yes, the contracts were expensive, so it wasn't as much as you could make on a normal day because the IV was so high, but we still made a lot, so we're going to go over that in a second. But you guys can see as it cooled off, it gets to what normal candles look like. Normal candles as in these, compared to these, which are massive. So like a normal trade for me would be something like this. Maybe like that or something. So you can see, yes, we didn't hit TP3, but this was massive. So at the peak, we made $61 per contract. That's when we got filled at TP2. I could have gotten filled for a little bit more. I just saw it approaching, so I submitted it because it was looking very quick. Of course, you guys saw it was gapping, wicking back and forth all over the place leading up to that move. So I just wanted to be careful. After that, we got stopped out on break even. At break even, which means the last two contracts we had out of 10 were sold at our entry price. Now, it did have another move back up, but I want to talk about why we specifically chose to go long here because I think that's very important because this isn't exactly like a textbook trade according to my strategy, but it still worked very well. Also, let's talk about really quick why I didn't set my stop loss right below the zone and instead set it all the way down here to the low day. Well, that's just because sometimes when stocks have massive moves for earnings, the low of day is actually a huge pivot point. So it did work out well here, but once it got retested, 2, 3, 4 times, it broke below, which is good because I got to fill my shares that I'm actually buying then, which was very nice. Anyways, we waited for a move down. We found a zone of consolidation. Once we saw that this zone was presenting very quick moves to the upside because we see this and then this very quick move up. We know that if it gets to this zone again, we want to go long. So I didn't get the best buying fill. It would have been better to buy all the way down here. That's just when I got filled, and I want to be completely transparent with you guys. But yeah, that's what happened. And we took take profit 1 here because of these rejections, TP2 because of these. Very straightforward setup. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Just from this one trade, if you're taking 10 contracts like me, you can get months of premium, and that's literally just from one trade, and I usually take 1 to 3 a day, so very nice. If you guys have any questions, like I said, my DMs are always open. This is a not textbook trade, but very close to it, which is why I want to make these trade recaps so you guys know what I'm looking for in the future. Have a great rest of your day, guys.